HEAF was there to put the vision in front of me that I could excel, and that's why partly why I'm here today, because they they told me it was possible, and it is.
20 years ago, I was one of the original HEAF students. I was the top student in the 8th grade in junior high school, and you might ask yourself, why do you need HEAF if you're top of your class? And the truth is that kids have an uncanny ability of losing their way very quickly.
I grew up in Central Harlem. A lot of my friends started to take different paths. They wanted to hang out more, they wanted to experience urban life more, and I wanted to break away from that. HEAF did provide that safety net that I believe I needed so that I wouldn't fall through the cracks. Whatever we were lacking, they were willing to fill in. It seemed like a dream come true, to be honest.
The public school I went to was overburdened. My teachers didn't have either the time or the inclination to deal with me one-on-one. So I came to HEAF and I got the individual attention. They believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. When I thought that I wouldn't go anywhere. They said, oh, you will. You have no choice, really, with HEAF, but to be successful.
The philosophy of HEAF is really to help kids think not only about where they want to go academically in terms of their college aspirations, but also how they want to be in the world, what they want to contribute to their communities, to their families. We're looking to produce kids who are well-rounded emotionally, socially, and intellectually.
I'm a parent of 3 children who have gone through HEAF. My oldest child was one of those that came in as a C student, struggling. And in her struggles, she had given up internally. She came here and she fell in love with the program of it all. There were students just like her. They were all in tutoring. They were all getting enrichment. She found dance. She found the arts. She found physics, which was something that hit her, and she did well in it.
There's certain stereotypes that follow you. People see you walking down the street and they see, okay, well, let's see. Dominican teenager, does she already have a kid? Is she pregnant? Is she gonna get pregnant soon? And it's easy to take the path of those stereotypes. And what HEAF did for me is that, you know, they really said to me, you are valuable. You can succeed. You can do this. You are not the drug dealer in the corner. You are not the teenage mother. You are not those things.
As an African-American male, you go into a lot of things at a stark disadvantage, whether it's applying for a job, applying for high school, applying for college. It's not about making sure that our faces are represented in as much as it's making sure that we have the tools to be competitive.
He provided me with my first huge success, which was I didn't get into Bronx Science, but I worked hard and then I did get in. And that's what's important, is that you get these small successes that mean huge things in your life. From Bronx Science, I went to Wesleyan University, and then I went to Columbia University for my master's in math education.
College just doesn't look at you from junior year as everybody thinks. They look at you from the start of high school. And if you want to get into a good high school, you have to start in middle school, which is what HEAF does to make sure we're in those competitive high schools that colleges look at and want kids from.
Ever since I was little, my goal's always been to get to college. I really am living out my dream, and I think HEAF played a huge role in actually getting me there.
When I was applying for colleges, they told me to apply to reach schools. Don't just apply to the schools in New York. Don't just apply to the schools you're sure you get into. You know, set your goals a little higher. That's something that stuck with me. Set my goals higher. And I did. And as a result, I got accepted. I got accepted to Temple University.
On the first day of class at Yale, I walked out of my dorm room. I stopped. I had to look around a little bit and really tell myself that I'm finally here, that I really made it. And I was thinking about my life in New York City, my life at home. I felt a little lonely then, yet I knew I had the backing of HEAF to help get me through those 4 years.
The support system here doesn't end. It doesn't end after high school. It doesn't end after college.
HEAF becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of who you are. So now I go back, I talk to them, and they have a vested interest in seeing me succeed. And, you know, that's something that you still need no matter where you are.
My oldest child, she's gone to college. She's now an electrical engineer, and she just got called by FEMA to become a project manager in their electrical engineering department. HEAF put the puzzle pieces together and they made it click. And when it clicked, she soared. And it was just a beautiful thing to watch.
I feel like I am here because of HEAF. I am a math teacher because of HEAF. I own my own apartment right now because of HEAF. HEAF just guided me to become a wonderful Dominican woman. Valuable.
In Philadelphia, I joined the public health department, whose mission is to serve the underserved. I grew up on Medicaid as well as public assistance, and every day I can see a child come in and imagine myself in that seat. And that's very fulfilling for me, to know that I've helped that much. If I hadn't gone to HEAF, it's hard to imagine where I would be. I could have moved on and achieved some of the successes that I have. However, I don't know if that was guaranteed.
When HEAF started 20 years ago, we were really just a mentoring program with some tutoring built in. 20 years later, we know that this model works. We've gotten thousands of students from around this city, not only into college, but we've watched them graduate from college. And we really have become one of the most successful college preparatory programs in the country. If you invest the time and the thought into developing meaningful experiences for young people, there's a relatively short period in terms of return on investment. They just need us as adults to hold them to a standard and really believe within ourselves that they can do it.
I am a captain in the Army. I'm active duty, and I am at Temple Law School starting my final year. After law school, I'll be a lawyer in the military, either a military judge or in the federal circuit. When I think about like where I could be without the program, it's just, yeah, it's incredible. Oh. I started HEAF when I was 8, so I've been set on this course for a very long time. I feel like HEAF had me destined for greatness, so I excelled as a result of that. Supreme Court Justice, you can look for me.